All right, everybody, here we are, May 15th, Tuesday. It is day 106. Stayed in Bennington, Vermont last night at the Catamount Motel. Loved it. Great place, cheap, decent room, excellent Wi-Fi. I was able to get all my videos caught up. Pretty fast Wi-Fi, so definitely Bennington, Vermont, good place to stop. And the Catamount is a great place to stay. Like I said, it's reasonably priced and all that good stuff. So here's the plan. As you see, we're going across this bridge. Plan is trying to go 19 miles to shelter. Gotta go up, I think it's Glastonbury. So we gotta climb. Good climb to kind of start out. Gotta do that. But that's our plan, to go 19 today. The only thing that might throw a wrench in that is there are supposed to be some potentially severe thunderstorms later today. It's beautiful right now, but anywhere from, you hear different reports. Some people say 3 o'clock this afternoon, from 3 to 7. Some say as early as 11. I don't know, but we'll just see. But there's potential thunderstorms coming. They should be over definitely out of the area by 7 tonight. So it's just a matter of afternoon having to deal with that. So hopefully we can avoid that, or at least we had some rain, that's fine. Hopefully we won't get the torrential thunderstorm downpour type stuff. So that's what we got. I do want to give a shout out to Mike. Mike is a scoutmaster here in Bennington. He actually picked me up yesterday from the trailhead, took me to the hotel, and then picked me up from the hotel this morning, brought me back to the trailhead, and also gave me one of his council patches that I'm going to take to Katahdin with me. But really appreciate the help from Mike. He also gave me a little bit of resupply, so that was great. So I appreciate it, Mike. Shout out to him and his whole troop here in Vermont. All right, let's do it. Here's your little view from up on the power lines. We're actually going that way. That way. Right here we are, a little viewing spot. It's actually pretty cool. It's a campsite. You see right there, campfire. So you can actually, there's room for 1 or 2 tents up here. That'd be your view. It's pretty cool. Alright, we're off this way. Alright, everybody, here we are. It's 4 o'clock. I'm about 2 1/4 miles from the shelter. The Story Stream Shelter, I think it's called. Be 19 for the day. At 11 o'clock this morning, it poured down rain for about 45 minutes. So I got soaked. Stopped at one of the shelters at about 12:15, I guess, after it stopped raining, and had lunch. And since then it hadn't rained, just in the last 20 minutes or so, just a little sprinkle here or there. We were supposed to get thunderstorms between 2 and 5. So as you can see, it's now 4. Fortunately, thunderstorms have held off. I'm hoping they'll hold off another hour, because I should be able to get to the shelter by 5. Then it's supposed to clear up by 7, I think, and then it's supposed to be a nice day tomorrow. But that's what we got for day 106. Probably won't do any more filming because, like I said, it's probably going to rain. And when I get to the shelter, I got to get some dry clothes on and all that stuff. Got a bunch of stuff to do. So we'll just wrap it up here for day 106. I will mention, did have to go through a little bit of snow. It was just, a few inches that were melting. So, no big deal. just some residual left on the trail. But that was after that first shelter. So that's that. We'll catch up with you tomorrow when we got better weather. All right, everybody, here we are, Wednesday, May 16th. It is day 107. 107. So I had a good night at the shelter last night. So got to the shelter. It started raining before I got to the shelter, maybe, kind of sprinkle raining, and then kind of kicked up a little bit. By the time I got to the shelter, it was a little slow, steady rain. Nothing too terrible. Really didn't get me any more wet than I already was. So got there. I was able to, at lunchtime when I took my lunch break, I met up with a guy who was doing the long trail, a guy named Jeff. So shout out to Jeff. Got to hike with him some in the afternoon, and then he wound up coming to the same shelter. So after I was at the shelter maybe 30 minutes, an hour, the rain stopped. It started clearing up. And had a good night at the shelter. Like I said, it was that Story Stream shelter. So it was pretty cool. Cool view there. You got to watch a nice sunset. So that's a pretty good shelter. Didn't notice any critters or anything last night. So I had a good night's sleep. Headed out this morning. We're going 18.3, I think it is, to a shelter. There's like two shelters like a mile apart. We're going to the further one. So it'll be about 18.3. I guess the big thing for today is Stratton Mountain, climbing it. So hopefully, it's supposed to be a nice day today. Get up to maybe 70. See the sun's coming out. So hopefully we'll have some good views when we get up there, which will be nice. That's our big climb for the day. And can go up to about 4,000 feet or so. So we got that. Then after that, it kind of levels out after we climb Stratton and come down Stratton. So hopefully it shouldn't be a bad day today. Should be a pretty good day to hike, hopefully. And then again, tomorrow we'll do about 17.6. And then Friday it's 16-ish or so. I don't know, something like that. Into, we'll resupply in Rutland. So that's what we've got. Like I say, got wet yesterday, but did have dry clothes to put on. That always makes a huge difference. Getting in some dry clothes and getting some good food in you. As I mentioned before, I've been doubling up on my dinners. So I'll do like either 2 ramen and 2 tuna, or ramen, a potato, and 2 tuna. So that's what I've been doing, just to try to eat more, make sure I keep my energy stores up as I get into the last 3 states here. All right, as we climb Mount Stratton, you can see a little bit of snow and ice. See over in there, a little bit. Where it's kind of shady. But yeah, this is basically just ice now. Just packed down. You hear it crunching. It's trying to melt. We're at about 3,500 feet. We got about 500 more feet to go, roughly. Something like that, or maybe a little less. To the top of Stratton. But so far, we hit a little snow like that yesterday. Yesterday, there's a little bit more in the trail that you had to kind of step in. You see where people had post hold, but it wasn't bad. It was mainly, like I said, it was just melting. It was mainly all the water underneath and stuff like that. That's what got your feet all wet. As you can see the ground here, that's from all the snow melt. But not bad. It's probably, I don't know, maybe high 50s, 60 maybe. I don't know, something like that. Right now, it's just, but you can feel the coolness up here compared to, before I started climbing. A little cooler. So, but we should be at the top within the next 30 minutes or so. And we're going to eat lunch at the top of Stratton. And then after that was the only real climb for the day. After that, you just kind of stay fairly flat, just little bumps up and down all the way to the shelter. So Alright, there's a little bit more ice. Alright, here we are at the top of the mountain. See a little caretaker shed. There's the tower. You can go up, get your view. I'm gonna go over here, eat some lunch first, and we'll see what we got. All right, here we are. Here we are in the fire tower. You can see the view. Pretty cool view. Fairly clear day. A little cloudy, like a little misty cloudy. As you can see, you see the view? That's cool down there. All right, let's go back down. All right, here we are at Stratton Pond. All right. And we'll be going that way, north. Got less than 8 miles to go to the shelter. All right, here we are on Prospect Rock, looking down upon the town of Manchester down there. Pretty cool. You see the rock we're standing on. All right, here we are. We're about 3/10 of a mile from Spruce Peak Shelter, which is where we're staying tonight. It's actually an enclosed shelter. It has, 4 walls, a door, I think a wood burning stove, and some bunks that'll hold up to like 12 people. So, kind of excited about that. See what that looks like. I'll try to get some video of it. We'll see who all's there. But I'll try to sneak you some videos so you can see what the shelter looks like. Like I said, we got this little bit of a down right here. And then we just go up just a teeny bit. Like I said, 3/10 of a mile, we'll be there. And that'll wrap up day 107. It's, I think, 18.3 will be our mileage for the day. And then tomorrow we've got, I messed up. Tomorrow we actually have like 19-ish to do. But we'll worry about that tomorrow. Right now we just gotta knock out this 0.3 and get to the shelter. All right, here we are at Spruce Peak. As you can see, it's a cabin. That door right there slides. It's like a sliding door. I just opened it up. Got a little window, got wood. And inside you got space for, I said, 12 people, basically. Just not necessarily bunks, kind of bunks. And then you got a table in here where you can sit down. And there's a privy down that way. Some way. But and there's a creek right over there. Right past that tree you see there. So, pretty cool shelter. So far I'm all alone. Maybe I'll get some company tonight. If not, I'll just have to share it by myself.